What's up, guys? Got another video for you. The ATF finally came through. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about them, but whatever. Gotta play by the rules, right? So I finally got my Dead Air Sandman S sound suppressor. Now, the first thing a lot of you are gonna ask or want to know: how quiet is it, man? Pretty quiet. It's hearing safe. Ignore the dog in the background. So it is hearing safe. I went and did a no-no and shot it the first few times with my cans on, and then popped them off and gave it a shot. So with green tip 5.56, it's still hearing safe. The 62 grain shit, it's still hearing safe despite having a little more zip on the round. All right, so let's roll through it here. The rifle is clear. Don't worry about that. I did it off camera. So it's got your standard quick disconnect thing. And on the rifle, I've got their triple prong flash hider with the quick detach on it, right? So where to start? Let's start at the front. So I've got a 5.56 end cap on it and Dead Air's e-brake, which vents the gas a little better, helps stabilize the weapon. Supposedly it keeps it a little quieter. I haven't really noticed any stabilizing effect or difference in the recoil, right? So when you get it, it's going to come with a 30 cal end cap, and it normally stops right here. I wanted quiet, so obviously I put a 5.56 end cap on there to try and quiet it down a little bit. It was a noticeable difference to me. I don't know if you're going to notice, so individual experience may vary, right? So it is hearing safe. It goes on pretty easily. I kind of put a little bit of high temperature red paint on there so I know where my index is. If you'll remember, this brake from one of my previous videos has a pin and weld hole on the bottom of it. So the opposite of that at 12 o'clock is my index, right? So to put it on, slide it over, make sure it's riding everything right. Twist and pull. Once you feel it stop twisting, you kind of pull to make sure it's set, and it's on there. It aligns itself, forces itself into alignment. I haven't had a weird strike or anything. I haven't blown my end cap off. No issues, right? If you're worried about it, by all means, leave the 30 caliber end cap on there. Now, moving on to the rifle, what do you need to do to be suppressor ready? Well, I recommend having an adjustable gas block. This is a piston drive gun, so I have an adjustable gas block. So keep it on the setting that you're normally running it on, and then step down from there. I don't remember what the various gas settings on this are, but the way this rifle is set up right now, it will not function. Will not function with the without the can on it, right? So moving back to where the gas block is, I did paint it. Not bad for rattle can, huh? Kind of moving back to the gas block. So at the gas block, you're going to have a lot of gas discharge, right? Because a suppressor does what? It contains the gases of the explosion, right? Which therefore means you're going to have more back pressure in your gas system, okay? So as a result of that, your gun's going to run pretty gassy. Piston, direct impingement, it doesn't matter. It's going to run gassy as hell. So I've noticed the gas reg is right here, regulator. This normally turns like that burned powder color during firing, and that's after 30 to 60 rounds. The can gets pretty hot, so I don't usually shoot more than 2 mags unless I'm really training something. So just know what you're getting into. You're gonna have gas, a lot of it. And unfortunately, Beano doesn't work on rifles, right? So, so kind of moving back. Oh no, you saw how to take that out. Take that, YouTube. All right, so I got a gas buster charging handle here to help it vent some more of the gas to keep from creating so many overgas incidents in here. Usually when your bolt unlocks and starts the extraction ejection process, it does a pretty good job of venting out the gas. However, rifles are a big investment, so I didn't want to risk damaging my gun. So that's what I did as far as the charging handle. I had a Radiance Raptor on here before. Now I've got this, I don't remember what they call it, Raptor SD, presumably for suppressed. Gas buster, I know that's like a generic term from a long time ago, but that's what I call it. It looks the same. So moving back, I'm not going to pull it out because I don't feel like pissing around with it, but you have your buffer and your buffer spring in here, right? So I got a heavier buffer to increase the dwell time to allow the weapon to vent the gas better, right? It keeps everything open a little longer so it can clear out. Now, to work in concert with that, because it's a heavier buffer, I've got a little heavier buffer spring in there to help slow down the bolt, because there's more gas than normal pushing on it. It's going to be moving quicker to the rear. So, definitely do your homework. One of the guys at DCF Arms here in the Springs, I'm not going to name him because I don't have his permission. It might start with S and end with even. I don't know if he's still there anymore. But he gave me some help getting this thing suppressor ready, and some guidance and tips and tricks, because it was my first suppressor. I like my rifle. I don't want to blow it up. And yeah, so a lot of rifle manufacturers using a can voids the warranty. AR platform rifles and AKs are pretty easy to work on, so if you suppress it, just learn how to fix everything yourself. Like, I don't think there's an aspect on this weapon that I can't fix. Like, I've had this handguard off numerous times to for the paint job and what have you, or to double check the gas reg and make sure everything's tight. Everything from the gas regulator back to the upper receiver, you can handle yourself, or should be able to. You might need a vice block to do it, but it's pretty easy. So yeah, definitely recommend looking into it. I'm not going to go into the nuts and bolts of it, but definitely do your homework. So I mentioned it's going to run a little gassy, right? So you're going to have a lot more carbon buildup and such inside the receiver. I've noticed a lot of the crud gets all over the upper receiver, because obviously that's where the round's detonating, right? And that's where the piston is cycling to operate the weapon. I haven't noticed a lot of crap inside the lower receiver, which is good. If you've ever built one or taken one apart, I've done like 5 now. It's a pain to take everything out of there, right? Some of you guys may know some good tips and tricks to make it a little easier, but I still kind of fumble around with it a little bit, just because it's not something I enjoy doing repeatedly. I tend to build a lower that I like and run it till it drops, or till I find something better. So that's kind of everything in a nutshell that I've done to suppress this thing. It's hearing safe. If you remember my M16 clone from some other videos, it's actually a lot quieter on that, because obviously longer barrel, longer gas system, it's not going to be as snappy. So that actually runs a lot quieter, because this is a slightly shorter barrel. You may not think 4 inches makes a whole lot of difference. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You all do. Anyway, so that extra 4 inches of barrel makes a lot of difference in terms of noise. This is hearing safe, but it's got a little bit more pop than I would like to shoot unsuppressed, or than I would like to shoot without hearing protection, I'm sorry. So I usually just wear my cans, just because I have enough hearing damage already. Yeah, one of the benefits of military service is military grade tinnitus. So anyway, yeah, so the longer the barrel, the quieter it's going to be. This is a 30 cal can. I haven't run it on my M1A yet, because if you've ever taken the flash hider off of an M1A, it's not a fun experience. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to run that suppressed anyways, because the damn thing's long enough already. I don't see any reason to make it longer, and 7.62 suppressed is not going to be that quiet. I don't care. I've not shot this thing indoors or in an enclosed environment other than at a flat range down at Magnum Shooting Center. What's up, you guys rule? Dogs are singing the song of their people. Shut up! Anyway, if you're going to shoot it indoors or, do CQB with it, definitely wear your cans. Other than that, these damn dogs are starting to go ballistic, so I'm out. Catch you guys later.